I'm Don McCormick. I've been writing poetry, short stories, and essays since 1980. I would have started sooner, but I wasted 20 years writing school papers and business documents. By 1980, I had some intrinsic motivations based on idealistic notions of love, hate, joy, and despair. I also had real life experiences in business and family that were very hard to understand and accept. So I began writing poetry and short stories. The collection is now about 800 pages. Books are easy to publish now, both electronically and on paper. My works are available in those forms. I decided to record my readings of the works in little bites in case people who don't like books can hear and be entertained by the poems, short stories, and essay. I ask your forgiveness in advance for my shortcomings in reading and acting. All right. Great decisions. Great decisions have not been made, only the decisions to go on and not to be alone. These are the ones we've made. These are the ends of the plans we've laid. It's a fateful time for fearful masses, for people frightened of all that passes, for people just trying to save their asses. Great decisions have not been made. The clock is ticking our lives away. The air we breathe is turning us gray. We must decide if we will stay. Let us all line up against the wall. Let us piss on the bricks before we fall. Let us glare at the soldiers and send them the bird. Let us spit on the ground and salute the government turds. Great decisions have not been made. We're just waiting on the earth to decay. We're just watching the redometer rock while we work at the plant making Argyle socks. We're thinking of what we ought to decide, whether we should change the world or just go hide. The ending. It's like I said hello and you were dead, and you never heard what I said. Or maybe I said goodbye and you just cried, and the love we had just died. I can only guess. I can only think about the mess we could have made for all the rest. When it was at the end, we laughed and sighed and hid our eyes and very quietly cried. Unforgiven. If I could forgive, I would. I'd move on and forget about these stinking clothes I'm wearing. I'd sell my car and my house and every piece of junk that ever commandeered my life. I'm sure they'd be too high. The folks wouldn't buy. They'd wait out my desperation. They'd smell up my perspiration. Were you, where were you, my Deus Ex Machina, my sweet, blind, dumb, measured by the thumb, altar-struck, anti-fuck reach for contemplation? Where were you when craps were thrown and crowns were down on trusty come? You let the bloody rake take both my arms and spare my heart and head to not forgive you. You were there. You can't deny it. It's not your nature to go and hide. I won't forgive. I won't forgive. It's your fault we're all such sorry bastards, you Deus Ex Machina. You were asleep during our planned disasters.